Hi, I'm Tim McPherson with Mayco Colors, and today we are going to go through overglazes and what they are and how to use them. So to start with, we have three types of overglaze. We have 801, which is a bright gold. We have the 802, which is a white gold or silver. Some people call it palladium, but it's white gold. And then we have the 805, which is a premium gold. It has twice as much gold content, so you get better results. It is a costlier item, but in the end, you'll appreciate the higher cost for better results. We also have mother pearl, which we'll touch on at the end, which gives a beautiful pearlescent finish. A few things before we start is health caution. These have petroleum distillates, so they are classified as a heavy metal. So if you're pregnant or think you're pregnant or have any health issues, you should not use them. Also, when you do use them in a well-ventilated area. Wash your hands well. Don't eat food or drink, because if you get gold on your hands and then you touch your mouth, you're ingesting the gold. Not a good thing. Also, ventilation. Don't do it in a small closed room. Make sure that you're in a well-ventilated room or have a fan running with the fumes blowing away from you, not towards you. So those are some of the health caution things. Also, as far as dinner compatibility, the overglazes are considered safe for food wear as long as it is on a food-safe glaze. So if you're doing it on a crackle glaze, obviously the gold will be very pretty, but not recommended to eat off of because it has surface issues. So always check your label to make sure that you have a dinnerware safe glaze. These bottles are a little bigger than you're used to. There are 2 grams of product in here, just the bottles are bigger, the vendor, COVID. This is the smallest bottle we could get for the time being. So don't think that you're getting 3 times the amount of gold. So we also came out with a line of brushes to go with the overglazes. We have gold handled brushes. So we have a detail, and we also have a cat's tongue. Detail is for liner work or fine work. The cat's tongue is for larger, broader areas. Gold for gold, silver for white gold. And then for the mother of pearl, we do have a flat shader. But with mother of pearl, you want to make sure that you swirl it. So this brush is ideal for that because you can get a really good pattern with it, because the more you swirl, the more iridescence comes out. Application. When we apply gold, it is always just one coat. If it comes out of the kiln and it's streaky, or you think you don't like the surface finish, you can reapply gold and refire it. It is not a heavy application. If you do it too heavy, it can drip or run. Heavier does not give you more gold, i.e. it's meant to be even. And maybe the best way is to show you some simple application. Each gold is dyed a specific color. So for the 801 gold, it is amber. So we're just gonna put a little bit out so you can see the color, just a drop. One thing to keep in mind with the 801 gold, if you think it's too thin for you, leave it set out for 5-10 minutes until it gets thicker or tacky. That will give you a better application. But you can take your brush, you want to properly load it by pulling through, creating a little puddle. And if you're going to do, like I like doing swirls, just a nice even application. So you should not see any weak areas. And that will give you this nice bright gold when it's done. When we clean the brush, I'm going to go back and forth here. We always strip the brush in a paper towel first. Then we have a product called Essence, which is used to clean the brushes. You never want to smush the brush all the way down. You want to just dip in, pull out, and then wipe again. Do that maybe 2 times, and you can see on the paper towel, it's nice and clean. And again, the Essence has a high odor also. So again, well-ventilated room. I won't say you'll get high, but you'll be very happy doing gold. The other gold, the white gold, when we put it out, you'll see its color. So the white gold is green in color. When you brush it out, you'll see that it's green. And same thing, even application, it should paint a nice emerald green color for you. And that's the white gold. And again, same cleaning practices. I do screw the cap on because of the odor. And then the last one, the premium gold, that gives you wonderful results every time. That is a nice solid gold. This one, we want truly just a drop. At home I use a toothpick. And this one here, you'll notice is red in color. And same thing, pull it out, load your brush. When you apply it, you'll see a nice ruby red color application. And that's how easy it is to apply the gold. Well, I'm gonna put that aside. While we have the gold out, also if you're doing a larger area, you can use the cat's tongue. Seeing I have a lot of the white gold out. So you wanna load the cat's tongue, and you wanna be able to brush it until it's a nice even green color. And you would do this for any of the golds. I'm just gonna, because I took too much out of the bottle of the white gold, we'll do this one. You can see that gives you really great application with the cat's tongue. So that's how you would do the bigger areas. So that's what that brush would do for you. Clean the brush real fast, otherwise the brush gets very stiff. While we're talking about brushes briefly, some of you at home are probably thinking, I already have brushes at home that I use. They would contaminate the gold. So you always want to use either a brand new brush or a brush reserved exclusively for gold or mother of pearl, and not your regular hobby brushes. Otherwise, when your gold comes out and it's purple or smoky looking, it's not the Overglaze, it's your brush. So please make sure that you either have a new regular brush or one of our Overglaze brushes when using these products. That is key, not to get contamination. Speaking of contamination, some people are also going to ask, can you do gold and mother of pearl together? The answer is no. One fires to 020, mother of pearl, gold fires to 018. If you were to fire the gold to 020, it would mature and be shiny, but over time you could rub it off because it hasn't bonded with the glaze. And I do have a tile here. So this is what the gold would look like with mother of pearl over it. We also have a sample with white gold to show the difference in it. So it is a very pretty look, but you would have to do your gold first, fire it to 018, mother of pearl, 020, and then you would have the combination on it. Also, some people at times doing large areas, they have a tendency to get streaking, and it doesn't matter what brush you're using. So one of the cheat ways is if you're doing white gold, put gray underneath it, and if you're doing a bright or yellow gold, put yellow underneath it. So you would just take it over this yellow area, load, and you would paint over this. And when it's fired, any weak areas would be reflected by the yellow to help hide any streakiness if you should have it. So that's just, if you're doing big areas, it could help you having to refire your piece 2 times. So that's just a little cheat for you. Then the other question is, what surfaces can I put gold on? It looks beautiful on stoneware. So this is on a matte stoneware versus a gloss stoneware, and all 3 golds are on there. So it works on high fire surfaces. We saw it on the low fire surfaces. It works well. And it looks beautiful on black. It's a little hard to see when you do it, but the end result is absolutely beautiful. It's a nice rich look. Also, there's a question of what does fired gold look like on a matte glaze? This is on white matte, and you can see that it picks up a beautiful luster, a low sheen, but it has a beautiful, beautiful look, almost like porcelain. And then on the black, again, the elegance of black is absolutely beautiful. It looks almost like gold leaf. So it does work on matte surfaces very, very well. I'm gonna get ahead of myself just a little, unfortunately. This is what all the golds look like. This is the 801 gold, this is the white gold, and this is the premium gold. And this eventually we'll talk about next will be the mother pearl or luster. On the table we have a sample of, this is our foundation sheer with the white gold over it to show how beautiful the platinum looks, or white gold looks against the pink. Beautiful for Christmas with white bulbs. And on the pink areas and on the base, you can probably see the reflective qualities of the mother of pearl. So it's a beautiful statement together. On the pumpkin, it has mother of pearl on the body of the pumpkin and gold for the stem. And on the owl, you can see that there's a multitude of techniques. There's the cracked gold technique, there's the different golds all applied to it. Some of the gold has been sponged, some done in design work, and that is all on our foundation glaze. So again, for overglaze compatibility, it works beautiful. And this one here would be considered dinnerware safe if it's on a dinner plate. Also, while we have these samples here, your gold is done, you're ready to load a kiln, and you have pieces. You should leave about 2 finger widths between the piece. I'm old school. I still stilt my pieces in overglaze firing, even though most people say you don't have to because the glaze doesn't move that much. I believe in caution, so I would still stilt them in case your kiln should happen to overfire. You don't want the pieces stuck to the kiln shelf. What we do with gold, usually, best practice is the first hour you want to prop the lid open about 1 inch, 1 to 1.5 inches. Once the fumes or the smell starts to go away or goes away completely, then you can close the kiln. These are fired on fast speed. It takes less than 3 hours in an average size kiln to fire your piece. Questions on the overglazes, we also answer many of them on the Mayco website. You want to go to maycocolors.com, and there are sheets, technical sheets directing you on proper usage of the gold and also troubleshooting tips and hints. You want to use that guide in order to get your best results using this product. Again, cost sometimes in this industry can be an issue, so you don't want to be wasteful with the gold or mother of pearl. Also listed on the website, it will give you overglaze compatibility for the different glazes of which ones to use and you shouldn't use. One of the most difficult ones that people think that they can get around is Christmas trees. Everyone does the typical Christmas tree glaze such as luster green. Anything that has a copper base is not overglaze compatible. It will turn black in the kiln with overglaze on it. Someone's going to ask if you have a base of the tree with holly leaves, can you at least do the berries in gold? No, the glaze itself will still fume in the kiln and you'll have black berries. So anything copper based cannot have overglaze on it. One of the easier overglaze products to use, and if you've not used it before, you will fall in love with it, is mother of pearl. It gives a beautiful, beautiful iridescent finish. This is it on white. This is on black. Very, very beautiful. Easy to do. You do want to use our mother of pearl brush. And the mother of pearl is blue in the bottle. And you want to just pick up a little bit in the brush, pull it to the side, and the more you swirl it, the more iridescent you'll get. So just swirl and swirl. Now, if you're heavy with the mother of pearl, looking at the tree or even the pumpkin, If you allowed it to stay dark blue in the crevices, it would powder off. So you want an even application. You don't want it to be really, really sapphire blue in the grooves and Caribbean blue on the upper surfaces. So the key is consistency. This little bit of this bottle would do 2 of these Christmas trees. It goes that far. So it's a pretty economical product that will give you beautiful results. Cleaning the brush is the same as we did with gold. You want to wipe out as much as you can. Go into the essence and dip and pull out, and dip and pull out until your brush is clean. So it's that easy. As a quick review, remember that mother of pearl is fired to a shelf cone 020. The golds, whether it be the regular gold, premium gold, white gold, are fired to 018. And again, make it Mayco.